Hola abejita, yo soy Naila Rosario de séptimo grado
Christian Murphy.
y hoy vamos a estar haciendo una entrevista en inglés. So Christian, I'm going to ask you some questions and you're going to answer it
All
normally.
right, let's do it.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about your role in Brentwood and what you do in the area of justice, peace, and care for the creation?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me here. This is
You're
really
welcome.
cool to be here in this space. What a gift to have this space. So I work at the Mother House of the Sisters of St. Joseph in Brentwood, New York, and my role there is Director of Justice, Peace, and Integrity of Creation, Care for Creation, as you had said. And that takes on a lot of different things, but the best way to explain it is I am a person who is constantly working with the sisters, with other people outside of the community to be social justice oriented, working towards different issues, different topics to make sure that we are being as helpful as we can be with whatever the needs are.
Okay, and for the people who may not be familiar with this work, what does justice, peace, and care for the creation mean?
It's a great question because so many
Yeah.
people, even people in the church that, think they understand everything about like the Catholic organizational structure don't know what this is. And when I explain it to people, they're like, what is that? What is the longest title? And it actually comes from a document in 1965 called Joy and Hope. The church, the Pope will write something or somebody will write something and then the church will publish it and then we as the people are supposed to read it and say, okay, this is what we should do next. And in the 60s, this document came out that pretty much said folks within churches should start to be more justice oriented and they should be of peace, justice, and integrity of creation. And so then congregations, sisters, different orders started to put that into their language and started to create the job. So that was the design. And so you see it in a lot of campus ministry, the campus ministry work you do here. A lot of that was born out of that document and other documents like that. So it actually it comes from a familiar place. But yeah, so then now you get to a point now where you have someone like me doing it in a very specific way.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
No problem.
And how do the Sisters of St. Joseph live out this mission of service in their work at Brentwood?
So many ways. I'm going to be very respectful of your time and not, spend hours here telling you how many ways. But the best way to explain it is the sisters are so good at relationships. They're so good at being intentional with who they are working with. And in that effort, the other work happens. So they're just like, I'm amazed at how relational everybody is and how the trust in God's time will tell us what will happen. But who is it right now in front of me that has the need? What is the situation? A lot of times I'll be in my office, let's just like paint a picture here, working on some event, working on a project, and a sister will come up to me and go, I know this person who has a need. Their family's dealing with this or that, and talk to them, and then let's figure out how we can help. And then that will grow into another mission, another thing.
Yeah.
But it always starts with, I know this person. And so that's the key to it, is the relationships.
That's so kind.
Yeah, it's really cool to witness. It's really cool.
Yeah. Well, can you share some examples of the projects of the Sisters of St. Joseph that are currently working in Brentwood?
Sure. So there's a lot going on. We have so much sustainability work happening in Brentwood that's very popular. We have 200 plus acres of land at the campus. So we're doing all different types of farming. We have this really great environmental team that works to make our land really green and like really environmental friendly. So there's that work going on. We've been doing a lot of different things with advocacy for folks, especially regarding voting and voter rights. Trying to help people know that they have the right to vote. We don't, to tell us who you vote for, but that's a right. And many people, especially in communities throughout the country, that are minority communities that are not treated fairly in the way that they're educated about voting. We've been doing, so like the past 2 elections, we've done postcarding campaigns where we've mailed thousands of postcards to Georgia, Alabama, Virginia, specific communities saying, hey, you're beautiful, you have a right, you should know that. And it's like, so the sisters are all writing the postcards, we're doing events. So trying to get really creative about the ways in which we do the work and we include the sisters, but we also go out and we share, but in a safe and loving way.
Oh, that's so sweet. You
Yeah.
guys are so sweet.
Oh, nice. You too. You too.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And for the last question, what advice would you give to the young people who want to make a positive impact in the world?
Be really intentional with your friendships and your relationships. Like, I think sometimes when you're young, you think you have to be part of the big world. Like, I remember when I was in high school feeling like, all right, you got to graduate and you got to go out there and figure out everything that's going on. And in that, sometimes you miss out on the friendships that are right there that are the world. So just be intentional about the people around you, love those people, let them love you, be kind, and then start to figure out how to go be of service to the world with those people. Don't do it alone. But yeah, be present to that moment.
Thank you for that.
Sure.
So, gracias abejitas por ver este video. No se olviden de darle like, dale follow, dale share. Gracias por ver. Bye.